Hello, that's better. I'm here. I'm hoping you've all got the link and I'm the right way up. I have no idea what went on there. So, yes, Patreon, if you're wondering why I had to restart, why there's two links, I had a technical issue, but I'm back. I'm here. So, let me just go to the chat room and I will see everybody. I'm in my dressing gown because I want to be warm and cozy. I'm sure people will be joining. I know I've got 4 people watching at the moment. So, hello to everybody. And I'm hoping everybody is getting the message that I just posted on Patreon. So there we go. Oh no, it's gone down to 2. What's happened? Where's people gone? I don't know. And I can't see any comments on my... Oh, I can. Frazzled Halos has made it. And so has Becky Ray and Barbara and Cindy. Oh, you keep getting... Oh, that's why it went down. Well, we're up to 13 now. So I think people are getting in now. Beverly, Christine, hello. Welcome. We're back, and I'm the right way up. Now, just in case you were wondering why I'm in my living room and not in the other location, as I think, was it Jamie that rightly said last week, when I get rid of all my furniture, which I've got rid of this week, I'm not going to have any chairs to sit on where I normally sit. And that's happened. I haven't got my chairs. So I'm in here. I'll be in here for the next month or so because I've got no chairs. Although actually, I probably will need to buy a separate chair. Or until I've got my office sorted. Anyway, I'll decide what I'm doing later on. Eldridge Poole says, I passed the stairway but got to the right landing. Oh, good. Yes. We all got here in the roundabout kind of way. I'm hoping everyone's not getting kicked. Okay, 12 watching now. Are people getting kicked? I don't know why. I can't be doing with any more technical issues. I'm not going to restart again. Right. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I forgot something. Hang on. Ooh. There we go. Right, I've just posted the link to the moderators. I forgot to post the link to the moderators. So we will be seeing HM the King very, very soon. Eldridge says we will wait for the wing. Yes, it will be soon from the wingback chair. Right, now I've got my drink because my throat is feeling a little bit dry after that big live chat. So I've got a herbal tea. It's ginger, lemon, and honey. So very nice. I'm looking forward to sipping this. Cindy says only one bad. Not no. Okay, we'll talk about my bad days to begin with. Oh, I'm sure none of you will be trolls. Right, so, as you all know, I've probably been a bit quiet the last few days. In fact, on the last day of the Sussex tour, I didn't post any videos. I wasn't in any fit state to post any videos. Again, it was a big, massive crying fit to my mom and a bit of a breakdown again. So yes, the final day of the Sussex tour wasn't good for me. I did catch up the next day, but that day was just, it was a write-off day. I was going through all kinds of weird emotions. And it was all related to what Jason was doing. I mean, he'd gone off to spend 3 nights in this caravan, this trailer with this young lad, 23 years old. It just upset me. And also there was a big hoo-ha because he needed a new bank card. So instead of changing his... Hello, HM the King, you've made it. So instead of changing his address to his parents' address where he's staying and then change it to his new address when he moves, he said, can I have the bank card coming to this address? And I said, yeah, that's fine, I'll keep it for you. But in the intervening period, he decided to go off for 3 days with this lad that he's only been seeing 9 days after we split. So I got angry, didn't I? So knowing what I do, remember, he doesn't know that I know that he's going away for 3 days in a caravan with this lad, but I do know. So I got angry, didn't I, and a little bit upset, and basically I waited until he got there, bearing in mind it's about an hour's drive away. So I waited until he got there and said, your bank card's here, you can come and get it now, knowing full well that he couldn't come and get it, but he doesn't know that. And he texts back saying, oh, I can't now, I'm away. So I said, oh, well, I thought you wanted it. And he said, well, I do want it, but I can't, I'm away now till Saturday. So I said, well, if you don't come back and get it now, I'm going to cut it up. And he texts back, that's illegal. And I said, no, it's not. I said, anything that comes to my door that's not addressed to me, I can dispose of how I want. Thank you very much. And he texts back with an FU. Yes, I got an FU. That's what you get after 18 years, an FU. So basically, what I did was, I thought, right, I'm not going to cut it up. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to send it back to the bank. So I put it back in the post box and returned it to the address that's on the back, where it's like, if it's undelivered, please return. And on the envelope, I wrote, addressee does not live here. So, I've not heard from him since. So on Saturday when he's back, I'll probably get a message saying, is my bank card still there? Have you cut it up? And I shall say, no, it's gone back to from whence it came. And then I probably won't hear from him ever again after that, because he moves house on the 9th. Yeah, so whatever the day is next Wednesday, the 8th or the 9th, that's when he moves from his parents' house into his real house. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. Anyway, so yes. So at the moment, he's shacked up in a trailer with this 23-year-old lad doing God knows what. So no, I don't want his post coming to the address. Thank you very much. And I'm not going to keep anything for him anymore. In fact, I'm having him taken off the council tax tomorrow. And I'm also going to go into his bank and get my name taken off a joint account as well. Which basically, it's only got like 50p in it. But I don't want my name on any of his accounts. So, yes, trailer trash. And this trailer trash has 9 piercings as well. I'm not anti-piercings, but this one has 9 piercings. And goodness, well, I could see 8 of them. I'm wondering where the other one was. Right, let's see what people are saying. Mrs. Fiji said, I had to get the link out of my email notification. Yeah, this YouTube will not send out notifications because I've set it as unlisted. So only the people that have the link will know about it. And by the way, in terms of Patreon, it tells me if some cards have been declined or not. And, you know, I don't want to get into anyone's personal circumstances of why sometimes their card may be declined. It could be for many, many reasons. But the reason why I've stopped posting the Patreon link in the Facebook group is because if a card is declined, that means technically they haven't met their pledge for the month. So if they're still in the Facebook group, I want to give them chance, obviously, to put their card right. So I don't want to sort of kick them out of the Facebook group straight away. But also, it's not fair, you know, if they haven't basically, you know, met their pledge, for them to get the chat link, you know, the same as everyone who has met their pledge. So I discovered that in Patreon, you can actually only send a personal message to people that have met their pledge from the previous month. So that's what I've done today. I've only sent out the notification to the people that have met their pledge. So I think that's a good way of going forward. And then obviously if someone hasn't met their pledge for, you know, the second month, I'm going to have to boot them out of the Facebook group, basically. Because otherwise it's not fair, because they'll be getting all the stuff that you guys are getting. Anyway, so I just thought that's a better way of doing it. So I won't be posting these chat links in the Facebook group, and that's the reason why, basically. So I just thought I'd update on that one. Wendy says, I knew you weren't right. I was so worried. Well, thank you for being worried. I wasn't. I was a mess. It's still indigestion. It's still on my mind all the time. I'm busying myself with the house. There is a lot going on with the house at the moment, so I'm keeping myself busy. But you know when your head's not really in it, I'm at that kind of phase. But I think I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I'm caring less about what he's doing. Um, so I'm getting there. I mean, there is. I'll get to it in a moment. What I've been doing this week, but with the help of my parents, we have been doing a lot. Cindy says, "Did you cut up his card?" No, I sent it back to the bank, basically. So he's gonna have to get it sent to his own address. Mikhail says, "How am I doing?" Today hasn't been too bad, but I'm having good days and really bad days. And there's been a few days where I haven't wanted to do anything. Today I had a nap from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 6. I just feel emotionally exhausted, and it's hard to concentrate on anything. It's hard to get my mind really stuck into things, is where I'm at the moment. Hand delivered the card. No, I put it in the post box and sent it off. Aldi Poodle says, "Dear Elliot, I would be in a corner pounding pieces of drywall off." Yeah, I felt like it. Ooh, hang on, where am I going? I'm missing comments. There we go. Wendy says, "F him 10 ways from Sunday." Yes, that's what you get for 18 years of devotion. An F you. Barbara says, "Does he have to file a claim against you like Prince Harry does against the Sun?" No. Wendy says, "Trailer trash will dump him so fast." Yeah, I mean, there's 12 years age gap between them, which I know, people have had successful age gap relationships, but, no. Just no. Mrs. Phoebe says, "Piercing body parts you can't see are just beyond my comprehension, and maybe that's where they should stay." Wendy says, "Mr. Nine Piercings will get so tired of the old man." Well, yes, and I bet he leaks like a bucket. Beverly says, "Let him go and get him out of your life." It's hard. It's hard to separate from 18 years, from 13 years living together, 18 years together. It's hard. It's hard to forge that new life, and it is very, very difficult. Wendy says, "He can do so much better than the pierced Minger." Yes. Oh, Jason's probably going out getting piercings with him. He's probably got a full tattoo now of goodness knows what. Wendy says, "He will come back begging." Too late. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm at the point where I'm thinking, do I really want him back? I mean, I did. I mean, yes, like I said last time, things would have to change drastically. That's another thing. Jason hates caravans and trailers. We had a caravan holiday a couple of years, well, about 3 years ago. He hated it. He said it was bringing on his vertigo because of the floors being wobbly. He hated He said never going on a caravan holiday ever again. And yet he spent in total about six days in the past 10 days in a caravan with this lad with not even a full-size bed. So, and he hates caravans, and he hates doing, number twos in those sorts of toilets. So, goodness knows where he's going and doing his number twos. He hates it. So, it hurts as well that he's really putting himself out for this person, doing things that he would never do with me. I mean, the last time he took me away for 3 days was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And he's gone out. I'm away for 3 or 4 days. It just set me off. It really, really did. Stephanie says, "I had to do that because of identity fraud. The new info went through." Well, yeah, I mean, there's a few things I need to do with regards to that. Peyton the King says, "The flower painting came down. What's going up?" Well, the flower painting and lots of other paintings went to charity, so they're gone. I don't know. I need to redecorate. This room is going to be last. Everything else is being done, but this room needs to be last because I've got so much going on. So yes, it will get repainted. I am going to change all the colours. I'm going to get rid of the duck egg blue. That's going. I may even get a new sofa for in here. This one's only 7 years old, but you know, I can see, you know, for example, where Jason's head was, where his, you know, head was on the back of the sofa. He used to sit there, and I'm just thinking, just get a new sofa. You know, I've already bought 3 new sofas for down the bottom end. Just get 2 more. What's 2 more sofas? Just, you know, just get 2 more sofas. So yeah, this room is going to be done, but it's going to be last on my list at the moment. Yes, users will be used. And Mrs. Speed says, sounds like your brain is finally starting to process. It's getting there. It's hard, but it's getting there. Thank you, Stephanie, for your continued prayers. Cindy says, I knew when there wasn't a video you were having a bad day. Yeah, it's very, very rare that I miss a day of anything, especially the end of a tour. I mean, you know, I just couldn't even force myself to look at anything. I mean, that day I didn't look at anything royal. I didn't look at anything on the TV. I was just a mess. I was spending time with my mom basically, because it was tough, and I was just really upset that, you know, all this thing was going on with Jason being away with this lad and his bank card and getting the FU by text. It just, no, I was not in the right frame of mind to do anything. It was just too bad. Mrs. Pete says, you can't get over 18 years in a couple of days. No, I can't. Wendy says, it will take lots of time. I know from personal experience. I'm finding that out myself. Ellie Poodle says, I'm hoping my gift of the portrait goes up. I don't know what... Well, I may be putting the Queen picture in my office, you see. Because obviously... Well, I might even take you to see the office. Yes, seeing as... No, I'm not on Wi-Fi, am I? I mean, I'm not on... I'll see. I'll see if I can take you up there. If the range will reach... It might do. I'll see if I can take you up there, and you can have a look at the progress. You can come up my stairs with me. Mrs. Beatty says, you should look up the 5 stages of grief. You are still only in the early stages. People have spoken to me about that, saying it's like you're grieving, and yes, I do feel like I'm grieving. I'm grieving for the loss of everything I knew, and the person that I knew. In a way, it's more difficult than someone dying, because he's still out there, and he's still hurting me and continuing to hurt me with the things that he's doing. I mean, at least dead people can't hurt you afterwards, can they? You know, at least they can't hurt you with their actions beyond the grave. Well, maybe they can if they've done some things that come to light, but you get what I'm saying. It's difficult, him being out there, and also when he does finally, you know, move into his house, which is not too far away from me, I may see him and his bit of stuff, if his bit of stuff moves in with him, out shopping or out and about, and, you know, those are going to be the moments that's going to set me off again. You know, it's not like he's 6 feet under, which would be arguably a little bit easier, maybe. I don't know. Wendy says, it took me 3 solid... Oh, not 3 years. I can't put up with this for 3 years. After finding out that my late husband had a wandering hoo-ha, it takes time. Yay for the hoo-has. Not. Frazzled Halos says, the way this came about doesn't bode well for the relationship. I think Jason's on the rebound. I mean, when he left, he said he wanted the single life, he wanted to do what he wanted. And then what's he gone and done? He's gone and jumped straight into it. The first thing that came along, he's gone and jumped in with. Yeah. Elliot Poodle says, don't hate me, I have a tattoo that says empathy. Some people's tattoos are nice. But see, Jason was on about having a tattoo before we split. And the ones that he was suggesting were like, I was thinking, really? Like, it doesn't mean anything to him. Like, I've always said with tattoos, they should be something that you take a lot of time to think about what you're going to get, because obviously it's going to be on you forever. And also it should mean something, and it should represent something. But he was coming out with these stupid things that he saw in a catalogue, and I'm thinking, no, when you go to a tattoo artist, if you go to a good one, they will talk to you about what your ideas are. They will talk to you about something that means something to you, and they will design something unique for you and your body. He just wanted to get a catalogue and go, oh, I like the look of that, boom. And all the ones that he was sort of looking at were just awful. I mean, they were just goddamn awful. So yes, if it's something that means something to you, that represents you, that you're going to be happy with forever, then fine. But he wasn't putting any thought into it. I just said, at least make sure you pick something that means something to you. And he was just, he wasn't doing it. It was just to get a tattoo for getting a tattoo's sake, if you know what I mean. So yeah, well, he can go and get whatever he wants stuck on his body now, can't he? Tammy says, being angry now is probably good for you, although we all wish you were happy, of course. I've been sad. I've been distraught. I broke down. So feeling angry is a new one. So I'm, it's better than being miserable, I suppose. Thank you, Wendy, who says I can do so much better. Mrs. Speedy says, in a rocking and a rolling caravan, must be taking lots of vertigo meds. I don't know. I don't know how he's coping, because he hated stuff like that. Absolutely hated it. Then again, this is the new Jason. He's doing all the things that he didn't do before, including getting up from bed on time. I'm just going. It skipped all the way to the bottom. Let's see. Where did I get to? Sorry, I'm just finding where I got to. Did I change the locks? No, but I did take all the keys. Mikkel says, we need to find you a husband. I do need one. Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready for hoo-haws at the moment. I don't want any hoo-haws. But yes, I do need to find... I want romancing. I feel like I need someone to come into my life that's going to romance me. The old-fashioned way. I don't want to give out hoo-haws on the first date. I want to be taken out and... I want to be dined, and I want to be wooed. I want to woo me. I want to be romanced. And then, I don't know, several dates down the road, maybe hoo-haws. But I don't want to be doing hoo-haws, straight away. No hoo-haws. Because otherwise, I know that if I did hoo-haws straight away, I'd probably just end up feeling used, and that's not good. So, no, I'm not in the hoo-ha frame of mind, to be quite honest. Hey, Davis says, the thing has gotten sticky between mutual friends or with his parents. I know that was really difficult for me. None of his family have sent me a message or a text asking how I am or anything. They've just completely, So no. In terms of mutual friends, we didn't have any. So that's not an issue. But no, in terms of his family, who I've known for 18 years, not one of them, not his brothers, not his nan, not his mum or dad, nobody has sent me a message asking how I am. Not one. Hayden the King says, sorry for being a terrible person, but my goodness, I hate floral paintings. Glad to see it gone. It was one that Jason chose, so it went. Rhonda says, why would you think any of us would hate you? Oh, no, I think that was a joke, maybe. I wish you were here to hug me too, Wendy. I need all the hugs. Karine says, my daughter has tattoos, but hers are more of a therapy thing. I mean, lots of people get them for different reasons, but I would just say, just make sure they mean something to you. Rhonda says, no, did he F you by text? Yes. He effed me by text. Cindy says it is an example of how classy you are. You didn't give him an F you back. No, I didn't. I don't really swear, to be honest. Jill says, I wonder what colours you will accent all the grey with, making you something, and if I like it, will fit your new decor. Oh, thank you. I love handmade things. Like I say, I'm not entirely sure. Well, I know what I'm going for colour-wise in the bottom end that I've already ordered furniture for. But in terms of my bedroom, I have no clue. I need to find some bed stuff that I like. In terms of in here, I really don't know. I really don't know. So I need to have a good look around. Hitching the King says, what sofas would you go for in here? Similar to what I've got, because I've had sofas prior to this one that didn't work. So I like having a fixed back. See, I don't like scatter cushion backs because they squash, and I'd be forever trying to plump them up. So I don't like. Well, it's not that I don't like them. I think they look nice, but in terms of, for me practically, I prefer a solid fixed back that's not going to squash down. So these are all fixed backs. If I just show you, like, if you press on them, they aren't going anywhere. They are fixed, solid back. Also, the chairs do recline. I'll do it over here. Can you see me over here? Yes, you can. See, all of my chairs have got. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Hang on. I forgot I unplugged because I needed the plug socket for something. But every evening, this is Jason's seat and my seat's over there. But look, it reclines like this. So normally when I watch the telly, I watch it like this, or I lay on the sofa, or I watch it on mine, and it goes back all the way. Look, so you can fully recline on it, and it's all powered. So we did actually use this every single night for 7 years, which is really, really good. So I'd like, if I replaced it, I'd like one that did the same. I like having the electric powered recline. This one does the same. It goes back, and we did use them. So I'd like something similar, but maybe a different colour. This is quite sort of gold, kind of goldy coloured, and I'd like something maybe dark. So yeah, I'd like something a bit different, but similar, because it's a small room. It would have to be a 2-seater sofa, but probably they still make them similar to this. So there you go. That's kind of what I'd get, I think. Aldi Pill says, my husband loved the portrait and wanted to have one too. He's jealous. Like I say, I think I might put it in my office, where I also may do a little bit of filming from. I may do my pop-up chats from the new office. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with down the bottom end. Beverly says, yes, it's going to be hard for you seeing him with this fellow. Seeing this other lad in my place is going to be very, very, very difficult. Walking next to Jason, if indeed it is going to turn into something serious. I mean, at the moment Jason's off work, he's on holiday. So when Jason goes back to work, it will all hinge on, because they live an hour's drive away. Jason's been trying to get out of his mum and dad's, hasn't he? So until Jason gets his new house, he's been, quite happily going and spending time in this lad's trailer. But when Jason gets his own house, I don't think he's going to want to be going to a trailer. He's going to be wanting this other lad to come to him. Whether or not he's asked him to move in with him, I don't know. The lease on the house is in Jason's name, not this lad's. I checked. And so yeah. I don't know. It'll all hinge on whether this lad will be wanting to leave his family, his friends, his job, because no one's going to want to do a 12-hour shift and then drive, an hour before to get to work and then an hour afterwards, especially when you're on low pay, because this lad's job is quite low paid. He works in a care home, an elderly person's care home, so which in the UK isn't a very well paid job. So yes, it'll all hinge on whether this lad wants to up sticks from his trailer and move in with Jason, which I don't know what's going to happen there. Mikhail says, if you see him out, give him the cold shoulder. I think I'm probably going to have to. Barbie says, oh, I got the time wrong, but I'm here. Elliot, he is not the person you knew. In so many ways, he is dead. And that's hard. Wendy says, a lot of my ex's friends and family stopped talking to me, though he ran off with a woman. I think it's always... They side with their family, don't they? Mrs. Speedy says, what always happens is you get over the person, and that's when they decide they made a mistake and reappear. Too little, too late. We'll have to see how I feel if that happens, but I'm not thinking he's going to at this moment. Wendy says, it won't take you 3 years, I promise. You are much younger than I am, don't worry. I can't cope with these feelings for 3 years. Barbie says, Jason is going through a second teenagerhood. Yes, I agree. I think he is going through a second teenagerhood. Where's the rest of your comment gone? Yes. Literally immature, irresponsible, and wholly self-centered. He is doing a lot of thinking about himself. Olga Poodle says, "Oh, thank you all for my tattoo, and thank you, Elliot. I feel empathy too much. Thank you." Elaine says, "My tattoo is a memory of my son-in-law. I got it at 63 years old." Like I said, if it's something that actually means something to you, then fine. But don't just pick something from a book that has no representation of your life whatsoever. And also, he was going for these really big things that mean nothing to him. Elaine says, I've read that one. Anne says, you are a strong person. Keep him out of your head. Have had issues lately, and I'm finally figuring out how to do this. This is his issue, not yours. Don't take his issues as yours. I'm getting there slowly. I mean, I'm still checking on what he's up to, but it's becoming less, I suppose, and it's meaning less to me over time. Mrs. B says, pick a tattoo that will tolerate the effects of gravity, something you won't be embarrassed by in the nursing home. Oh, yes, definitely. Wendy says, I hope Jason has had all his shots. No, he's had no vaccinations of that nature, no. Cindy says, hummingbird represents joy. I have a hummingbird on each hip. Wings, you can fly. Cindy says, you missed the first 30 minutes. Are you talking about Jason? I was talking about Jason, yes. Hitchin Lincoln says, what's a hoo-ha? You know what a hoo-ha, hee-ha, hoo-ha is. Let's have a look. Thank you for all your lovely comments, people. Sorry if I'm skipping through a few. Mrs. Peter says, wow, didn't you used to go to see his family? Yes, weekly. Weekly for 13 years. I mean, like I say, we only started seeing them weekly when we moved in the house. So 18 years together, 13 years in the house. Every week, apart from the odd one, for 13 years. And nothing. Not even a, how are you doing? Barbie says his family may not have contacted you because he's probably telling them a false narrative. Well, probably, but I know for a fact he's introduced this 23-year-old to his parents, and the 23-year-old has introduced himself to, has introduced Jason to his parents, or parent at least. So yes, they've had introductions to the parents. So there's something serious going on, I think. No, I don't want to jump straight into a relationship. I'm not ready. Although we were laughing because, maybe there's someone out there on the internet who shares similar interests as me. I don't know. I know, yes, that there was somebody, but I'm not going to say who. But it was quite funny to think of. Cindy says, no, I've read that one. Cindy said, different Cindy, Cindy Munger. There's Cindy Leonard and Cindy Munger. Says his family is not contacting you. How you are doing? Yeah, I think it's wrong. I mean, they didn't have to, give me hugs or anything like that. But they could have just sent me a, hope you're not doing too bad. How are you? Thank you to Anne. Thank you. Says we love you. Remember that. I do. Tammy says, do Jason's parents think he's gone nut? I have no idea. I mean, his parents are the sort of parents that don't like to interfere, so they'll support him. But I think secretly they won't be impressed that he. I mean, let's put it this way: this 23-year-old is younger than Jason's youngest brother, who's what 20, 28, 29. So it's young. It is young. For someone of 36, someone of 23, is very young. A Davis says, you don't deserve any of this. Sending you lots of hugs. Thank you. Ellie Poodle says, in America, tattoos are used with no meaning, are usually called flash art, not sitting with the artist and planning. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're okay with that kind of thing, fine. But I do think that if you're going to get something, you know, put on your body permanently, it should mean something to you. It should represent you, or a time, or a person, or a philosophy that you know that might empower you or inspire you. But just to get flash art put on, I'm not my bag. Cindy says, red and grey, blue and grey, what's your... I don't know. I don't know what my accent colour is going to be in here. Cindy says, I'm decorating for Halloween this weekend. Well, I normally wait until they actually start selling the big pumpkins here in the UK. So they haven't started doing that yet. So as soon as they do, I'll decorate. But like I say, this year I'm in a bit of a mess in terms of, you know... I mean, I can decorate in here because I'm doing this last. But the rest of the house is probably going to... I mean... Okay, here's the plan. I mean, to decorate the bedroom, we're actually going to move my bed down into my bottom end where the dining table was, and I may have to sleep down there in my bed for 2 or 3 weeks because we need to get the room painted first. Then we've got to get carpet fitted. The carpet fitters like everything out of the room. So, I mean, I've been to look for carpet today. I'll show you a sample. Which I'm going to show in the weekly vlog anyway. But, so yeah, so I'm going to have to sleep downstairs in my dining room for a couple of weeks at least. A rich jewel... I would like to go brighter, yes, a rich jewel colour. I would like to go brighter. Harold Halo says, if you like that sofa, consider reupholstery. Do you know what? Sometimes with these sorts of chairs, it's cheaper to just buy a new chair. I mean, I don't know how much it would cost to get it reupholstered. I don't know. Colleen, hello. I don't know. I don't know why some people can't chat. I don't know. Christine says, were you supposed to go on that cruise together? Yes. It was only a few weeks before he left that he gave me the go-ahead to book the flights. So I paid for flights. And yeah, I don't know quite what I'm going to do about it. I mean, I could go by myself, but I don't like the idea of travelling by myself. That's the only issue. Elizabeth's designer Betsy says, at a certain point your focus will be off of Jason. I'm hoping. I really am. Tammy, I don't know, maybe I could look into getting it recovered. I don't know. I mean, it's the mechanism's okay, the frame is okay. Maybe I could. Yes, 2 Wendy's as well. Two Cindy's and 2 Wendy's. Right, in terms... Okay, so I've already paid for the flights, and I think they are non-refundable flights. In terms of the cruise, I paid $99 for a deposit, which the balance doesn't have to be paid until February. So if I cancelled the cruise, I'd only lose $99 plus £840 in flights. Which, to be honest, the flights were fairly cheap, considering that's for 2 people both ways. So, you know, if I did, I'd take a hit of about £900, which is probably $1,000 and something in terms of dollars. So, but if I went on the cruise by myself, it would end up costing me in total nearly $3,000. So it's a toss-up between, do I want to go on a cruise by myself, although it is a group cruise when I'm there, so it's not, you know, I'll be okay when I'm on the ship, but it's the travelling part that I'm not happy with. Or am I going to cancel it and literally just take a hit of about $1,000? You know, I don't know. I've got until February to decide, or I've got until February to find someone to come with me. And who knows what could happen in between now and February. So I'll decide closer to the time. At the moment, I'm still intending on going on it, but I don't know how I'm going to feel in a few months. I don't know. Barbie says the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. One day, believe it or not, you just won't care. I want to not care what he's doing now. Wendy says, can I come on your cruise? I may have to open it up to offers. Oh, do you know who would be good to go on the cruise with me? What about Terrell? Wouldn't that be funny? I could do a live chat with Terrell from the cruise. Only Poodle says, HM the King, it's the Queen in the garter cape. Rhonda says, just make sure if and when you see him, you have a big smile on your face and in your eyes, and he's dressed to the nines, trust me. Well, like I say, part of Project Me is going to be to work on, getting all buff and nice, and showing that off. So if he does bump into me, I want to show him what he's missing. Rhonda says, I've read that one. I found out what a hoo-ha is now, but I don't want to know what a hoo-ha is, but now is too late. You learn something new every day, don't you? And some things you can't unsee. How's my nan doing? Well, she's still in the throes of arranging the funeral. So the funeral is on the 15th. So at the moment, she's still busying herself with all of that. I mean, obviously, she's lonely. She's going through a grief the same that I am. But she's coping really, really well. I think it will hit a lot more once the funeral's over. So, but we are giving her lots of, care and attention. Yes, I think Jason is thinking with the wrong head. He's thinking with the one down below. Rhonda says, I doubt it if it lasts. This is called a rebound relationship. Yeah, but the thing is, see, Jason was having these infatuations with straight men before he left me, and that's one of the reasons why he left. And in fact, it's the main reason why he left. And I'm thinking he's just swapped one infatuation for people that are unobtainable with an infatuation for someone that's obviously being, at the moment, receptive to his advances. But yeah, like you said, I don't know how long that will last for. When it says serious, may you know what? Far from serious, although Jason might think... I think Jason thinks it's serious. But I'm not quite sure how this lad is taking it. Mrs. Fiji says, was Jason jealous of all the time and attention you were spending and receiving from your YouTube work? Lots of people have said that. My parents have said that. He didn't understand the nature of my job. In fact, because it started off as an interest, I think he saw it more as a hobby. And of course, with hobbies, you can pick them up and put them down as you want. There's no, commitments or deadlines with a hobby. Whereas, when I left my job and to do this full time, because I had to, basically, because, working a full-time job and then doing this, which was a full-time job, something had to give. I couldn't cope, basically. There was too much going on, and I wasn't getting any rest days whatsoever. No downtime. So something had to give. And seeing as this was doing well, I thought, well, why not live the dream and turn your hobby into an actual career? So of course, when you leave a secure job with a pension and, regular pay, sick pay, all the rest of it, I had quite good benefits with my job. You're then on your own, you're self-employed, so I had to set up an accountant and, I'm paying my own tax and all the rest of it. I've done it properly. But then it turns from, okay, it's still a hobby, it's still my interest, but if I don't work, the bills aren't going to get paid. And it's even more so the case now Jason's gone, because Jason had a good job and he was paying half the bills, half the rent, half the bills. So now I've got all of that on myself. So if I don't work, I don't get paid, I don't get sick pay. So Jason didn't really understand that when, for example, you know, there was an engagement late at night, if I had to cover it, he didn't really understand that I had to do that, or else, you know, someone else would do it and someone else would, you know, get all the views and whatever. So he didn't understand the nature of this is not a 9 to 5 job. Anything could happen at any moment. I'm reporting on news events, and I can't control when these news events happen. If they happen, then I cover them. That's one of the reasons why I started doing the pop-up chats, because, you know, anything could pop up at any moment that I need to react to or talk about and feature, that kind of thing. So he saw it as, you know, if I had to stop watching TV with him in the evenings to cover, you know, Princess Charlotte's embargoed birthday pictures, he used to, right, well, I'm going upstairs then if you can't be bothered to watch telly with me. So yes, and also he had a hobby of writing, and he would have loved to have turned his hobby into a career, which he never pushed himself to do. So I think there may have been a little bit of jealousy there as well. Also, being quite a private person himself, he didn't really like, you know, he didn't want to be in any of the weekly vlogs, or he didn't want to, for example, go to places like Windsor or Buckingham Palace, because he would have seen that as me working rather than being on a holiday with him, even though to me it would be the same thing. It's just recording what I'm doing when I'm with, you know, out and about. So, but now that I'm not with him, I can go wherever I want. I can go to Buckingham Palace, I can go to Windsor, as long as I can do the travelling by myself bit. But yeah, so I think there's a little bit of that involved. I hope there is the right person out there for me, Stephanie, somewhere. I'm just going to kind of go down a little bit. Lots of people saying go on the cruise. Mrs. Speed says, your use of bottom end still cracks me up. Well, this will crack you up even more, because before I had my bottom end, it used to be the back passage. So I used to talk about my windy back passage, because where my back door used to be pretty much on my kitchen, and when I had the extension done on the back, which is now my bottom end, the back entrance used to be my back passage, because my mum's orangery, conservatory, garden room, sunroom, whatever you want to call it, sort of made it into a passage. So that used to be my back entrance, my back passage, and it used to get really windy. The wind used to howl down my back passage. It was horrendous, it really was. So I've upgraded from a back passage to a bottom end now. Pam G, counselling and mental health therapy. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, this is helping. You know, just talking about stuff here is kind of a bit like that, really. Because since I can't stop laughing and then coughing. I don't know about the cruise. We'll have to wait and see. I want to go on it because there's lots of people on this group cruise that I really want to meet. But it's just the travelling. That's all it is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I don't think I can get any money back on the tickets. I don't think. When he says yes, Terrell, love it. Well, Terrell likes cruises, doesn't he? I've seen one video he made where he was talking about his cruise. So so he does like cruises. Maybe you could go with me. Wouldn't that be funny if he was talking about ass clowns and I walked into the background of one of his videos with my fan and went, flap, I'm taking over. That would be quite funny. I could go, hello, ass clowns. Barbara says, oh no, I've read that one. Christine says, you and Terrell, that would be a hoot. Yes, we could talk Markles, couldn't we? I'm just reading some comments. Ooh, hang on, I keep skipping. Barbie says, it doesn't take long to understand the nature of your job here on YouTube. A good partner is interested in what you do and rejoices in your journey and success. I don't ever feel that he did. I don't ever feel that he truly understood. And yeah, Wendy, forgive me, but he sounds like a selfish TWAT. He was in the end. He didn't start out that way, but he did get there in the end. Aldi says it doesn't mean they swoon over your interests, but to respect it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to be, nuts over the royal family, just as much as I wasn't nuts over some of the things that he liked. But he could have taken me to Windsor or somewhere. I mean, I wouldn't have been vlogging all the time. I'd have just, done enough, but I wouldn't have done, I wouldn't have had it strapped to my head. Yes, nothing worse than a windy back passage. Stephanie, thank you. Hey, David says, hope these conversations are not too difficult. I suppose it's like my therapy. I guess. Ooh, where's it gone? Wendy O'Sullivan says, wasn't that the name of one of Julian Clary's books? I don't know. It could have been. It sounds like something he'd have titled a book. My Windy Back Passage. Tammy says, live the dream is so important. Bad partners get jealous when one partner starts to live their dream. Thank you to Kizzy, who says you are a strong person. No, a windy back. It used to knock on my back door. The wind, it was awful. And then there was one year where it snowed, and I have actually got a photograph of this. I have photographic evidence. I keep receipts. It snowed, and there was so much snow that on my mum's sunroom roof, it made this massive bulge. Like, there was literally an overhanging bulge that was in the shape of a bulge, and I literally had a bulge in my back passage for about 3 weeks. It took 3 weeks to melt this big massive bulge, and it was like a big massive. It could have fell off at any moment and hit me on the head. Imagine being hit on the head with a big bulge. I mean, my goodness, a bulge in my windy back passage. It was. I have a photo. I will have to find the photo and put it somewhere. But yes, it was awful. It really was. Omid. I think Omid's probably too busy to come on a cruise with me. But that would be quite good. Yes, he does have a podcast now without Emily Andrews. I think there must have been tensions between the two. Well, actually, I think personally he didn't like what she was doing in terms of all of her royal exposés. Barbara says, I don't mean money back. I mean your parents can use the tickets for a free for another trip somewhere else. Well, I don't know if they do that. Do they do transfer tickets? I don't know. Stephanie A. Dory says, wait, are we talking about Terrell of Terrellism? Yes! That would be funny, wouldn't it? Cindy says, and I know he gave me a shout out. I did see. Cindy says, I have always travelled by myself. Hawaii, East Coast, it's great travelling by yourself. Keep your mind open. Oh, I've never done it before. I may have to try and travel somewhere myself in the UK first, just to see if I can. Yes, I did see Terrell's shout out. Beverly says, with time you'll be okay. You just have to get over this difficult phase. I am trying. No, it wasn't Brian wanting food, although he did used to come down the back passage. Puzzle Taylor says, oh, he talks about me all the time, does he? Does he? I mean, someone told me that he spoke about me in his last video, so I did go check. Mrs. Fiji says, don't they sell medications to help get those out? They do, suppositories. Wendy says, I have fallen onto the door laughing at the bulge in your back passage. I have a photo. Yes, you can get cream for a big bulge in the back passage. Elderly Poodle, yes, Brian was knocking to make sure everyone was busy before he took a paw full of cat chow. Hello, Kelly, you finally found us. Yay. Tammy says, maybe doing a few small trips alone might make you feel better. Yes. And as soon as the Queen leaves Balmoral, they actually open up Balmoral, and you can rent some of the cottages on the estate, and I really wanted to do that a couple of years ago, but again, Jason wouldn't go. But again, it's getting up there. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I don't think there's like a direct train up to Balmoral, for example, so I don't quite know how I'd get there. But imagine doing a live chat from Balmoral. Wow. Barbara says some airlines do for a fee. Check it out. I will try. I'll see. I mean, my flights are with Singapore Airlines. But I did it through an agency, and I think they're non-refundable tickets, but hey. Yes, once a photo once seen, never forgotten. A bulge in my back passage. Barbara says, take me to Balmoral. I'll pick you up. Do you know, that would be a really good group stay as well. If you know, everyone booked out a cottage on the estate, and we all had a cottage on the Balmoral estate, that would be amazing. That would take some logistical planning, though. Maybe 1 year we could book well in advance. Kelly says, sounds lovely. Balmoral would be lovely. It would indeed. Can you imagine if we said, oh, well, for 2022, we're going to contact Balmoral and book out, you know, 3 weeks, three weeks in October or November. That would be amazing. Barbara says, but you are transferring them, not asking for a refund. I haven't checked the ins and outs. I will try. I will try to check them out. Yes, we could have our own Gilly's Ball, couldn't we? Can we? No, I don't think you can rent out the castle. But that's not to say if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe they would rent out the castle. I don't know. But that would be amazing if they did. But I certainly know that if you go on the Balmoral website, shall I do it now? I'll do it now. You can start renting out the places. There's all those cottages where we saw Catherine and all that. You can do it. Hang on. Accommodation. Here we go. Our holiday cottages. So there are cult cottages. These cottages are located in the grounds of Balmoral, and they are actually right under the castle. You can look up and see the castle. They can be let separately or together to accommodate a larger group. Each property provides accommodation for up to 5 people and are let on a Monday-to-Monday basis. So let me just show you cult cottages. So those, can you see there? Those are cult cottages. Well, let me just give you the link. I'll give you the link. Hang on. And there are lots of other cottages too. Hang on. There you go. I'll give you the link. So that's cult cottages, and yeah, blah 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 blah. Minimum occupancy so there's 2 of those cottages, and there's 5 guests in each, so that's 10 people covered. So there's 10 of us covered in cult cottages. Then I'll give you another link. This is the link to the main page of all the cottages. Hang on, there we go. Then there is Connaught Cottage. There, you can rent out Garbalt Shield. Oh my goodness! Look, you can rent it out. I forgot about that one. You can rent it. Okay, wow. You can also rent out Kareem Cottage. Wow. Yes, you can rent out Kareem Cottage as well. Wow. Oh my goodness. We could literally rent out all the cottages on the estate. There's Rebeck Lodge. But no, sadly you can't rent out the actual castle. But that's not to say if you didn't ask, you might not get. I don't know. But yes, we could certainly. There's probably room there for 30 of us, 30 or 40 on the estate at once. Let's have a look. Kelly says, oh, I love that, all of us together. And Barbie says, I don't know if Terrell made up the word ass clown, but it always makes me laugh. It does, it's funny. I don't think I could ever say that on my channel, which I haven't. I've only said it here on Patreon. But no, it doesn't really fit with my aesthetic on YouTube, but it does make me laugh. I often think I'd like to say ass clowns on my channel, but no. That's Terrell's one. I will leave that to him. Stephanie says, I had the best time on a cruise by myself. It was awesome. I mean, like I say, if I'm on it, I'll be fine. It's just the getting there and the coming back. Yeah, private party. Hasten the King says, when the grounds are open, they pull all the blinds down in the castle so no one can get a peek. How dare they? How rude. How rude indeed. I love to peek through the blinds. Yes, Jason is an ass clown. Oh, yes, maybe if we class ourselves as a conference. Yes. We could have a conference call. Stephanie A. Dory says, I had a cabin for 2 with a king-size bed. Oh, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a king-size bed. I've got a double bed at the moment, but I am going to get... That's another thing I need to order, a new king-size bed. Tammy Brown says, I stayed at Balmoral for a week. It was heaven. You get free run of the whole grounds except the castle itself. Ooh, wouldn't that be amazing? It really would. I might get we could go to Craffy Kirk Church for Sunday service. Oh, do you reckon they'd let us in? Do they let just random people into Craffy Kirk for Sunday okay, I don't care what religion you may be, but we could go to Craffy Kirk for a Sunday service if they'll let us in. And we could go to Ballater as well, the town. Kelly really wants to do it. I'd like to do it. But like I say, I think to get all the different cabins, we'd probably have to book, not this year because things have probably already been booked out, but perhaps for next year, they may give us, for example, 2 or 3 weeks, for example, maybe. So this would probably be something for a couple of years, maybe. Mrs. Speed says, if the Queen can fit her whole family and their families, there's room for us all. Yes, I want to stay in a land draped with tartan too. And Christine says, I don't know where all of these cottages... yes, there are all these cottages, and the royals do use them. Aiton the King says, look up Piper's Hall. It's a hall you can rent. Oh, I've not heard of that one. Tammy says, we made friends with the Queen's gardener. The people who work there are wonderful. Maybe they could have a ball with us. We could request an invite from the Queen. No, I don't know. Maybe if they know that it's people that are really into the royal family, maybe they could give us a little peek. I don't know. It would need some arranging. I mean, obviously, to let someone into the castle like that would actually probably have to go to the Queen herself to get permission. Yes, we could hire out a Bentley and go to church. I wonder if the paps will be waiting to get us on the way. Oh, we could put our blankets on our laps and wear hats and brooches. Oh my goodness. Okay, people are saying yes, it's a regular church. And Tammy says you can definitely go to Craffy Kirk. We could all go to Craffy Kirk and we could all put a crisp note, an ironed note into the donation box. You can all fit into. We can all fit into my king-size bed in our jammies and eat popcorn and watch Madonna videos. That sounds like a night for me. Kelly says 2022 sounds like loads of time to all organise. It would be good. Like I say, we'd probably need, for everyone that wants to go, we'd probably need to book out probably all the cottages on the estate, maybe. Tammy says I can send the contact info. Oh, thank you. Please do. Oh, does the website have availability now? Aiton the King says, no way would they let us in, especially if we were royal obsessed. Oh, I don't know. We could ask. Oh, we could all wear kilts, couldn't we? Kilts and long socks. Mrs. B says, someone can be William and fiddle with his scarf for 20 minutes after the church. We could, couldn't we? Aiton the King says, not that many people would be able to go. Depends how much notice we gave. Tanya says, they delivered the Bentley while we were there. You'll post oh, please do, post a photo. Yes, we can organise the paps to surround us and walk to church. I think we could, most definitely. Greg J says, I found travelling in the UK really easy. Perhaps start with short day trips by train. Or Chester, Ludlow and... Don't talk to me about Chester. Jason took that thing, the pierced thing, to Chester Zoo. He never took me to Chester Zoo. But yes, Shrewsbury is very easy for me. You have a better chance of getting into the private apartments of Buckingham Palace. Most probably. Wendy says, I don't know how to get to the Patreon page. Ooh, it's just patreon.com. And then you go to my real reviewer thing, and then it's just the comments and the community page, I do believe it is. Hitting the King says, did he leave him in the zoo? No. Well, this lad's obsessed with parrots and fish, apparently. It's like taking a child to the zoo for the day. I could even tell which exhibits they were in. They spent ages in the parrot house. Ethan the King says, you know too much. I do know too much. I most definitely know too much. Barbara says, now how do you know that? Don't ask me. I've gone to lengths to know that. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. Barbie says, your stalking ability is getting frightening. That was last week. I'm turning over a new leaf this week. Mrs. P says he needs to stop sharing his location. He wasn't sharing it. I took it. Barbara says, what camera do you have and activated on Jason's cell? I don't have a camera. I wish I did have a camera. No, I don't. I don't have a camera. Hey, the King says, I could only stick a few days at Balmoral. It's too normal for me. Oh, too normal. Well, yes, countryside. Kelly Anne Marie says, forget him. You're better off without him. I'm trying to forget. I'm trying. Mikhail says, I am asking, how do you know that? How do I know where he is? I just know. I know to the degree where he is at any given... Well, I know where part of him is at any given time. Barbie says, oh my gosh, you are hilarious. I love the stalking face you made when you know something. Yeah, I mean, knowing too much can also hurt. I have been hurt by knowing too much, but at the moment, I'd rather know than not know. But I'm hoping I get to the point where I don't want to look anymore, basically. Barbara, that's a good suggestion. Karine says there is a Patreon. Yes, you can go to Patreon through the website on any device, or you can go on an app. You can download the app. Oh, H. the King says, I didn't mean it like that. It's a similar landscape. Oh, I get you. Cindy says, my granddaughter found her boyfriend being put in handcuffs by the police when she couldn't reach him. Ooh. Oh. The King says, you know what it's like when you try to order a takeaway. Yeah, so anyway, I know where he is at any given moment. And the last time I checked, he was still in that caravan in someone's front yard. Yes. Yes, I know everything. Oh, I think I've got down to the bottom of chat. Cindy, you may be right. Who knows? Who knows what lengths I've gone to? Yes, I know most definitely where his bottom end is. Yes, the caravan reminds you of Onslow. I know, I'll get there eventually. Oh, I would love a voodoo doll of Jason. I'll stick pins in it all day. I'll stick pins in his hoo-ha. Yes, I think it is nearly time to stop looking. I know. I hope his hoo-ha falls off. I'm going to do a Lorraine Bobbitt on him. Barbara says, I would drive there and scare... Oh, I would love to go there. It's an hour away. I would love to go there and take with me a bucket of manure and open the door and fling it in. Yes. Yes, indeed. H.N. the King says, Jason is Daisy, Pierced Guy is Onslow, and you are Hyacinth. I see it all playing out. Yes, he might get a spotted dick if he carries on. He's got to be careful where he sticks it. Kelly says, you're so dramatic, I love it. Oh, yeah, well, okay. Now, this is if my Wi-Fi will take me. So hang on, let me just unplug myself for a moment. Right. Okay, we're going on a journey of exploration. Can I turn the camera around? Oh, I can. Yes. Okay. Let me just put some lights on. Hang on. We're going on a journey. Okay, now this carpet is all stained and horrible, so we're getting rid of that. Right, so this is what... Okay, I confess, my dad has been the one doing all the work in this room, whilst I have been doing sorting out things. So we stripped the carpet off. I'm going to get all new carpet. That's all going to be done. So this is the floorboards, and my dad has painted and done all the woodwork over the last few days. All the horrible blue has gone. That's my dad's painting stuff. So this is the new office, people. Hello, look, I've still got all my dad's painting things going on. I'm hoping it's still connecting and hasn't popped off. But yeah, so that's where Jason's computer table was. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I could have it made into a closet, or I could put shelves or something. But if you stand over here, it's not a big room. It's only a small room, but with all the furniture out and everything like that, it's bigger than what it was. So I need to get a new light fitting as well. That's broken. So if you look at the ceiling, like it's all into the eaves of the roof. So I'm kind of in the area where Jason's computer was. So it is small. So it's almost too small to be a filming room. So I may film down the bottom end once I've got all that done. But it is big enough to have as an office. Tiara room, yes, maybe. So yes, I could do something in here. But this is what it's like at the moment. Like I say, my dad's done all the woodwork. It's all nicely painted, and it's looking better. So here we are. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm planning on putting maybe all my royal books and things that people have sent me in the PO box. I need a it's too low for a chandelier. Yeah, I mean it's one of these. It's a PVC window, but it does lift up. So it's a bit like it goes up and down, and also the one at the top comes down as well. It only opens that far because it's a small window. So there we go, and it locks there as well. Sometimes Molly comes in through that window. Sometimes she walks across the roof and comes in. That's her usual getting in zone. But yes, new carpet and everything needs to be put in here. So I'll just turn that off. My bedroom is all going to get done. I mean, I'm in a mess, to be honest. I'm in a bit of a mess. Where's my samples gone? Hang on. Oh yes, my carpet sample. So I don't know if it might be a little bit too silvery, but I think I might go for the dark one. I've ordered the people to come out and measure up, but there is a darker one of this that's a bit less grey. So I'm thinking that it's quite a nice thick pile on it as well. Yeah, too silvery. Once I liked it in the shop, but when I got it back, I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit too silvery. So I'm thinking of getting the darker one. Let's pop it back on. There you go. So I'm thinking of getting the darker one. So I need to go back and get another sample, but they are coming out to measure up on Monday. So we need to get the bedroom done, and then obviously that they can come and do the carpet when all the rooms are empty, and then I can start putting things back in and decorating and all the rest of it. Right, let me just catch up on comments. I could only see I could only see some of the comments. Let's have a look. Barbie says, love this charming room, especially the window. You can make this room a wonderful retreat. Yes. I mean, you know, one of the things I've struggled with is not having anywhere to actually do my work. I've had to work in the living room or whatever. So it will be nice to have an office. Yes, tiara or jewellery room. Adrian the King says, your dad's good with the paint and varnish. He is. I mean, he's not a professional, but he's good, yeah. What's all this bottom? My bottom end. Yes, a Royal Artifacts room. I would love it. Do I have a favourite on the Great British Bake Off? I like... Oh, I keep forgetting their names. I quite like the one that always wears the tie. Young guy. And there's also the young guy that... that he's really funny. I keep forgetting their names. But yes, I think those two are my favourites. Oh, and then there's the really fit, sporty guy. He's quite nice. I would love a tiara cabinet. I would indeed. Barbara says, how are you getting a king bed up your stairs? Well, the bed I've got now, the double, comes in half. Well, not the mattress. If you have a super king bed, you can have a zip and link. But I'm not. I'm going to go for a king. So it's slightly bigger. But the bases, obviously, I'm going to have a divan bed. So that will come in two. So I'm hoping they'll get up. And then the mattress, they're going to have to kind of bend and get in. So that's what they're going to have to do. But yes, it is very tight on the stairs. My upstairs is really small. Thank you to Kelly. I could do a before and after house. I mean, at the minute, I'm in a mess. Because all Jason's things are gone. And, you know, I'm now sorting through all my things and throwing things away. And, you know, I am in a bit of a mess. Furniture's all gone from down the other end. So my bed eventually will be down the other end. So I'm in a bit of a pickle at the moment, to be honest. Oh, I've got a new oven. The oven. Okay, cry. Right, oven. It came today. It's been fitted. It's amazing. Hang on. Right, oven. Ta-da! Now, I've ordered new door fronts because the old oven, the seal broke and it burned around the doors. See, there's like little burn marks. So I've actually got the new doors. We went and got them, but the new oven was fitted today. It is amazing. I love it. Just look at this. Oh, it's called Slide and Hide. So yes, I can bake now. It's amazing. So this one comes with the tray. Ooh, noise. So yeah, so it's a Slide and Hide. It's by Neff. It's good. So I am eventually going to get the matching top, but because the matching top is bigger, they've got to cut to get into it. So yes, that's my Slide and Hide oven. So, and I've also got a new tap because my tap's dripping. So I've got a new tap which is going to be fitted. There's my new tap. So yes, it's all being done. Let's just go back in. So it's all go. It's all go, people. So I am trying to keep busy, but you know, Mum and Dad are helping lots. Lots to keep my mind. Ooh, I'm on the wonk. Ooh, there we go. Right, don't fall over. There we go. Let's see what people are saying. Casey the King says you could definitely fit a set there. It's deciding what wall to film against, I suppose. Mrs. Beachy says, okay, I'm curious, what's the door in your kitchen that is behind you when you broadcast from the kitchen? Oh, this room. Here. This. And the stairs are just here. So it's kitchen, stairs, here. Elder Poodle says, can your dad put a picture hanger on the portrait? Yes, he could. Yes, he could put a picture. He could hang my pictures. Yes. I just got to decide where I want things. Yes, I can most definitely bake. Cavity says, update your Amazon wish list. I would love to contribute to the new decor. Oh, thank you. I mean, I haven't even thought about bits and bobs for the room. I think as soon as I get the actual furniture in, I'll know more about what pieces I want to decorate with. So I'll probably go looking for stuff once it's actually in. So the delivery on the furniture that I've ordered is sometime around the first week in November. I've also ordered. Oh, let me show you what else I've ordered. I'll find the link. Right, I've ordered a new sideboard and matching nest of tables. So let me find which one I've done, and I'll find you the link. Okay. So I've ordered this. Hang on, as soon as it comes up. Oh, why isn't it doing it? It's supposed to take me to the... Ah, no, hang on. Right, let me just find it, and then I'll show you what it is. Where is it? Come on. Ah. Here it is. Right, I'm going to give you the link. So I've ordered this sideboard, which is going to have my TV on. Oh no, the link's too big. Right, I can't post the link because the link's too big. Okay, I'll show you instead. So this is what I've ordered. It's in black. Can you see? So it's a sideboard with 3 drawers on above and 3 cupboards below, and it's called Henshaw, and it's by Laura Ashley. It's in the sale. It was £1,200, and I had it for £756 plus an extra 10% off. So I had a bargain with that, and I had a matching nest of tables as well. So that will all go in my bottom end. I bought a new Dyson vacuum, as you've seen. I bought the 3 sofas and the footstool. I've got a new oven. I'm going to buy a new bed, and I'm buying new carpet. So it's been an expensive 2 weeks, but I need to make it feel like my home. Let's have a look. Hitting the King says the oven is like Jason, slide and hide. Yes, he's most certainly sliding and hiding right now. I will tell my mum that you all love her. Leslie says, yes. Is it Leslie? Yes. Says, home renovation is helping me with my breakup as well. It's something to focus on, even if my mind's not 100% in it, but there we go. Yes, the kitchen is coming along nicely. Well, rather than have a brand new kitchen, we're just replacing the cupboard fronts that got burned, and the tap as well. Barbie says, new oven will help find you new hot buns. Oh, I can do some, yes, I can do some hot bun cooking. My buns bring all the boys to the yard, because my buns are better than yours. Damn right they're better than yours. I could teach you, but I'd have to charge. Yes. Oh, I'd love to make hot cross buns. Hitting the King says, we do love your mum and nan. Yes. Kelly says, you're home. You are helping yourself by doing all this. I don't want it to feel like Jason anymore. I really don't. So this is the last room to be done because there's so much going on elsewhere. And when I do, I may just get a new sofa. Really, I may just get a new one. Mrs. Feed says, lots of things in your bottom end. By the way, I have that Dyson. It's fab. I haven't got it out yet because I've got lots of messy stuff going on. I don't want to get my new Dyson out before I get my new carpet, so I still haven't tested it yet. Yes, everyone's naughty tonight. And Barbie says, getting rid of the bad juju, you will love the fresh start. I'm trying. I'm also going to get a mantle shelf for above the fire as well because I never got round to having one. So there's a nice mantle shelf that can be put up there. New mirror, all new things on the walls, probably a new nest of tables, new sofa, new flooring. I'd like a wooden floor in here. So yes, there's lots in here to get done as well. And the porch needs doing out as well. I could get 2 wing chairs that recline. Like I say, this is quite a small... It's an awkward room because I've got the porch door, that door, and a big fireplace. So it's quite hard to... You can't have a lot of furniture. If I didn't have that door over there, the porch door, I'd be able to have a nice big long sofa. So I'd be able to get a full-size sofa in. Possibly even I'd be able to get a corner sofa in. But because of that door, I can't. The only thing I could do is have the porch blocked up and taken off, but then I haven't got a front door, so that would be counterproductive, really. Although I never use it, I never actually use the front door. But no, I'm not going to get rid of the front door just to get an extra big sofa in. Tammy says, yes, on second thoughts, no, recovering, get rid of the bad vibes. I think I'm just going to get new. I mean, I can sell this one. Somebody will want it. Elder Poodle says, I remember going to the grocery store and having my card declined because of renovations, the horror. Thankfully, my nan did give me some money. Like I said last week, she gave my cousin some money, she gave my mom some money, and she gave me some money. So I've spent it. I've spent that money now, and I'm now into whatever I spend now is my money. So, and I've still got to get the carpets out of my money, the bed out of my money, rugs, you know, decorative bits, that kind of thing. So, so yes, I've spent what Nan gave me. It wasn't hard to spend that money, believe me. Things cost a lot of money, especially when you've got expensive taste. So I spent that, and I'm now into self-funding now. Elgin Poodle says, I remember going to the grocery store and having my... Oh, I've read that one. Just don't use that door. I could just shut it off, I suppose, maybe. Leslie says, I have a brand new mantle I would give you if I wasn't so far. Thank you. I mean, I have got... There is a local company that does them. They do nice oak ones, kind of like floating ones. It's kind of like a floating mantle shelf because I don't really want something big and bulky at the sides. So just a floating mantle shelf would be quite good. Kelly says, you spent it on things you needed to do for your... Yes, I did, to be fair. Yes, I most definitely will have to keep on working to pay for my expensive taste. I'll never have any money, my loves. It'll all be spent on the house. Cindy says, good. Yeah, I've read that one. Barbie says, mantles are essential for all who have to decorate for Halloween. Yes, I've never been able to have a wreath above my fireplace, and I would love one before Christmas. Which may be something I may have to just go and order. I hope they install. I'm sure they install. Okay, so I think I've been going on at you for far too long, and I'm going to bring this chat to a close. So I hope you've all enjoyed this week's patron only chat. Again, I will ask you please not to share this link with anyone else, because obviously if you give someone the link, they can watch it. So let's keep this just for us patrons. So yes, thank you so much for being a patron. I really do appreciate it so much. It means the world that I can have these kind of intimate chats with you guys, and 40 of you are watching now. In fact, at one point we did have last week 100 patrons, but then some people deleted their pledge, and like I say, some people got declined that month. So I think we're down to about 93 at the moment. But that's incredible. That really is incredible. So I'd like to get back up to 100 again. But yes, thank you so much. Am I a patron? Yes, I am a patron of a couple called Steps of Two Foreigners on Patreon. So I'm going to go now and have another drink, have a cup of tea, and I think I'm going to watch Gogglebox. I think Gogglebox was out today on Friday, so I'm going to watch Gogglebox. Might do a bit of stalking before Gogglebox. Then I'm going to watch Gogglebox and just relax. So thank you for watching. I will be back, all being well. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, before I go, wait, don't go. 2 people have gone. Wait, stop. Hold the press. Stop. I forgot to tell you what I'm doing Monday and Tuesday, didn't I? I'm going somewhere Monday and Tuesday. Don't go. Stop. Okay, one person's come back. Okay, right. I'm going somewhere Monday and Tuesday, my loves. I'm going to London. Yay! I'm going to London for 2 days. Well, overnight. I'm going with my previous employment. I'm going with school. They've invited me back on a school trip. And it's to go and see the Houses of Parliament. So I'll be going in the Houses of Parliament, which will be amazing because of all the Brexit stuff going on. So we're going to have a tour of the Houses of Parliament. I leave early on Monday morning. We go on the train. I think there's 13 kids going, 13 special needs kids. There's three male adults and 3 female adults. And we're going to stay in a youth hostel. Okay, that's the bit I'm not looking forward to, a youth hostel. I am taking my own pillowcase. I am taking antibacterial wipes. And I'm taking... and if I see a bed bug, if I see one hint of bed bug, I am going to the Ritz. And I've told them that. So anyway, we're staying in a youth hostel. That's what I'm not looking forward to. But on the first day, I think we do Houses of Parliament. And then on the second day, we do several museums. So I will be able to get a little bit of vlog footage from London. You can't really film in the Houses of Parliament, but I can film sort of around it. Obviously, I've got to be careful not to get any children in my shots, but I will be able to get a little bit of London footage for my weekly vlog. So next week's weekly vlog will be really good because I'm going to London. Then we're back on the train on Tuesday about 5 p.m. So it's kind of like a quick overnight stay, but at least I will be in London, and hopefully it will occupy my mind and keep me busy for those few days. Let's just... Yes, I can sort out Brexit. I might be able to see that man with the big horn that goes, "Stop Brexit!" and all the people with the flags. Oh, it will be quite exciting. I think the king says, "Why don't you stay in a hotel?" Well, I need to be there as one of the adults to look after the children, you see. Which is quite an accolade, because there's not many people that leave their former employment and then get asked back to go and help on school trips, especially overnight ones. So yes, it's all expenses paid, my loves. So it'll be good. Yes, hopefully it will be renewing for me. Yes, definitely taking my pillowcase. Bring bug. No, if I see one hint of bug, I'm off. I might go to the Ritz, my loves. Well, I can't dictate which museums, but it might be something like the History Museum or the Science Museum. I'm hoping an art gallery. I really want the National Portrait Gallery. That would be amazing. But unfortunately, I'm not the one planning the trip, so I can't choose to go where I want to go. But I would love to. If the king says, "But you don't work there, so why do you have to?" But yes, it's an expense. They're paying for the train, they're paying for the hostel, and I think they're paying for food as well. So and the entrance to Parliament as well. Yes, I used to be a teacher in a special needs school. Barbie says, of course they want you to come as the chaperone. You're amazing. Thank you. I would love to go to the V&A, but that's probably a bit far out from where we're staying, I think. Anyway, I'm off. I just thought I'd tell you that bit of news, then I'm off. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you same time next week, all being well. So, thank you. Mwah. Thank you for letting me rant on at you again for another week. Good night. Mwah.